Laina and King are bad parents. Laina and King need to get Kaiser more. Laina and King are mean to Nique. Laina and King are mean to Miss Cindy, Nique's mom. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like every time I turn around, I'm hearing something negative about this couple.
This is another episode of Love's Diary, and I'm Antisosurelove, signing on.
Why every time I get on the internet is King and Laina this, Laina and King this? I don't know what's going on with this couple, but what I will say is everybody seems to have an opinion. Everybody seems to be bashing this couple. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, but from what I can tell, it's all about co-parenting. I mean, there was some claims that King cheated on Nique with Laina, but I feel like him and Laina has been together for so long that I don't even feel like that matters now. Now it's all about co-parenting. Now, unless Nique is still harboring some feelings or some misguided feelings or, something ain't right? Because I feel like at this point, everybody has moved on. Nique has moved on. Clearly, King has moved on. And now it's all about the kids. It's all about co-parenting. Now, I don't condone cheating. I don't. But a lot of couples seem to be made from cheating nowadays. So I'm honestly not surprised, even though I don't condone it. What I will say, though, once the damage is done and the choices have been made, it's all about co-parenting. Everybody seems to have their opinion. Oh, King should have let Nique fly him out so he could see his son and all this other stuff. A lot of baby mothers, now we all know, and y'all don't come for me, but this is unpopular opinion. A lot of women play them games to try to get you away from your family or separate you from your family. I feel like Kaiser should be just as much welcome in King and Laina's home as he is in his own. Not saying that's the case, but I do feel like it should be. I don't care whose fault it is, King, Nique, whoever. That is how it should be. I feel like as sooner they can put their differences aside, whatever that is, the sooner they can actually co-parent and can build a functional system that works for Kaiser and additionally for King and Laina's kids, because that is creating division and separation, whether they see it or acknowledge it or not, between the siblings. So at the end of the day, put all that stuff aside. These kids is growing up. They're about to be leading lives of their own. Put all of that aside so they can be better than we were, so they can have a better future, a brighter future than we have and have had. I think that's the only thing that matters. I feel like once this co-parenting back and forth, I know everybody want to defend their name. King want to defend himself. Laina want to defend King. Nique want to defend herself. Miss Cindy want to defend Nique. I feel like once everybody take this all off of the internet, they can actually build a co-parenting system that works best for them. I don't know who's the problem. It don't even matter who's the problem. They just need to get it together, whoever it is. Nique don't make it harder for King to be a dad and King be a dad. I mean, come on. Yeah, now the King lives all the way out the country. I don't know whose doing that was, but that was an inconvenience when you have a child that's in the country. But either or, whatever works for your current family, make it work, but still make sure you take time to make it work with your son too. So it don't matter what nobody has to say, including what I have to say. But what I will say, I hope everybody involved is trying to mend that bridge and make a way for King and Kaiser to still have some type of relationship, even if they can't physically see each other. At least start by once a week or a couple times a month, have video calls, whether Kaiser want to see or talk to his dad or not. Tell him you have to talk to your dad. You need to talk to your dad, and you need to express how you feel, and let your dad talk to you about how you feel. And it's mandatory that King set that time aside for his son. I think the sooner they get it off the internet and they can come to some type of agreement that works for everybody. It may not always look like him flying out the country or leaving his family or whatever the case is. It may not always look like that, but as long as he is present and he is trying and he is active in some fashion, I think that to start with that, I think they can build it to physical presence from there. I think they can build it to Nique being more comfortable with the trips, and even King and Laina being able to get to a point where they can take more trips to the country, because it's probably easier for one person to go there than it is for multiple. But either war, I think that would be easier. I think that works. And the sooner they get this stuff offline, the better it will be for everybody. I'm wishing them all the best, wishing them all well.
So this is another episode of Love's Diary, and this is Antisocial Love signing off.